morning, everyone. This is Eva with Stitching in the Interlake. How's everybody doing today? Well, a big apologies in the works here. I am so sorry I have not been on the last couple of days. My internet was working, then it wasn't working. Then it was working, then it wasn't working. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. I thought at first it was the storm from last week, that the wind had been so strong and maybe did something. And then it would come back on, and sometimes it would stay on for half an hour or so, then it would go off again. Couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. So finally the other day, today's Thursday, Tuesday, I called in. And I was moved around to different technicians of different levels, and they said unplug this and then replug it in and all that kind of stuff. And I said, I have done that. I've done that like 10 times, 20 times. Nothing came of it. So anyway, then I got a Tech 2 level technician, or level 2 technician. I think that's what it is. And he tried to help me, and nothing works. So then he said, okay, fine. He said, I'll have Mike come back. And Mike's the one that installed it in the first place. So then he came back yesterday. And by this time, my internet had been off for a day and a half, 2 days, something like that. So then that's the beauty about living right on the highway. You can watch everybody. So anyways, they showed up here yesterday at about 11:15. And he couldn't figure out what was going on. He was changing everything. And he was up on the roof, down here. Up on the roof, down here. Couldn't figure out what it was going. And then his laptop was messed up, and he couldn't, there was something, some kind of a, I don't know what it was, but it was something. And so he couldn't get on to even sign in to find out where the problem lay. So then he ended up calling another guy in, and he showed up here. And lo and behold, it was basically old home week, because he lives in, through the conversation, he lives in the town that we lived near, and we had a hobby farm, and he knew many of the people that we knew, and all that, and he remembers there what went down when Lyle passed, and all that kind of stuff. And it was, I think I was becoming more agitated as the conversation went. But anyway, he said, oh yeah, he said, I remember there was all kinds of, controversy about it. And you know what? The only two people that knew exactly what happened were Lyle and I. Everybody else, it's speculation. No, I was there, Lyle was there. Unfortunately, he's not here. So anyway, during it all, like I said, he'd been changing everything. The power bar and the cables, like here in the house, and the ends and everything else. Nothing seemed to work. So then they went outside and they thought, well, maybe we'll string a new cable in. And so when Murray had gone outside, he found that the cable had a strip about this long where the black covering was all gone, and it was just the wires, the yellow and green and red and whatever it is on the inside. And that was all that was there. So it was constantly shorting out. So that's what happened. So then I got that all sorted out, and it's working perfectly. So this should upload. But don't ever worry that there is why you don't see me. It's probably just technical difficulties. Okay. So I had done a video. Was it yesterday or was it? No, it was Tuesday. And I went, and it was trying to upload. Okay. And then all of a sudden something happened and it just messed up the whole thing. So on Tuesday's video, I had started European Town. Okay. We all see that right there. Okay. And this is a 14 count. So I'm going to work on this here today. So I'm working from the left to the right. And I got this part done. Okay. You see where that green is? That's the part that I got done. Okay. And yeah, I have to see what I have to see what it was that what color that was. No, that's not it. Yeah. Oh, heavens. Okay, well, I can look here on my thread. Oh, it was 46. Okay. And Jonah Sir Wine a Lot is, here, I gotta show you. They're right there. See? Lilybell, Miss Twinkle Toes herself, and Jonah Sir Wine a Lot. They were, yeah. So Jonah's been outside. He's been exploring. And he's gotten himself out there to... Okay, that's that. Oh, okay, that's that color. Okay. And he's gotten himself into the garage. Well, how can he not? Because there's a gap. There's a big gap. I guess somebody hit it. I don't know, either on the outside or the inside, backed into it or something. And so, yeah, there's quite the gap in there. And I can't park Susie in there just yet because the door is messed up. So, yeah. So I am going to continue working here on European Town. I'd like to welcome all of my new subscribers. I'm up to 278. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. And that you've stuck with me. Even through my moving, through when I was ready to tear my hair out, and through all my technical difficulties. Oh, and then Juliet and John. Okay, so Mike and Murray, Murray had left, and Mike had, they were here until 1 o'clock. And then, so Mike was outside, and Julia and John showed up. And I hadn't even had lunch yet. Okay. And so, anyways, I had, so once they had left, Julia and John were waiting for him to go, and then they came in, and I was already pulling my hair out. And then, I hadn't had lunch. So when Juliet and John came in, and I said, I have to have lunch. I just have to have lunch. So then they said, okay, fine. Well, then they start. And Juliet, like both of them are like busy bees, right? Constantly in motion. And I was, no, I'd already had enough. And like I had phone calls up to here too. All the time I'm in Oakville. I could count on 3 fingers how many visitors I had. Okay? And how many phone calls I had. And I had phone call after, like just everything going on. And, my meds were getting ready, and then they had to drop off my meds, and they came to the front door instead of the back door. And oy, oy, oy. So I was getting rather snappy. And I was just like, I just couldn't handle no more. I just could not handle anymore. So, yeah, I guess I really kind of ticked off Juliet and John. So I apologized, and I said I can't do that. There's so much going on. I like it nice and quiet and even and just quiet. I'm not used to all this busyness. I have to get used to all the busyness out here on the highway, which is nice. I mean, I like watching all the trucks go by, and I know there's a lot of vehicles, but I haven't figured out who's who. And of course, the ambulance are always going by here to go over to the hospital. And from here to the hospital, I measured it in Susie. It's 1 kilometer. Okay. From here to the credit union is about, 700 meters. So it's not that far. And so I'm hoping maybe during the summer I can go walk 1 day a week and go all the way that way and go and get my mail. And but we'll have to see, because normally I didn't walk that far when I lived in Oakville or even Linder. So yeah. So again, welcome to all my new subscribers. I will tell you, what you see is what you get. I don't do any editing because I don't know if I'd want to, but it's, I don't know how to, and my phone won't do it. So you'll see it, flub ups and everything. if you're wondering, this is Autumn Queen from Mirabilia, and that is Winter Queen from Mirabilia. Okay. Now my Autumn Queen here, I am so miffed with that because when I took it to Michael's in Winnipeg, and my fabric is always clean and everything else. When I got it back, I had such stains all on my fabric. Somebody must have grabbed it with dirty hands and was pulling it. And when I got that back, I was ticked off royally. And they gave me, I think it was 70% off. They said, well, you know, do we want to take it off and you take it home and wash it? And I was like, to try and bring it back again? Oh, no. So I just, they're just like smudge marks. And I have no idea. They said that it was my fault. And I said it was their fault because I never in all my years, and you can look at all my stitching, never has there been one with smudge marks like this. Not ever. And so this makes me upset because my eye goes to it right away. But yeah. So today we're going to Arborg. And Arborg is about 45 minutes east. Okay, so I go from here, we go through Eriksdale, then we go to Poplarfield, and then over to Arborg. Because John has to get his truck looked at. And so Juliet and I were going to go to Red Apple. And we're going to go to the thrift store and to the co-op. So it's yeah, because we're looking for some curtains for in here. Now I'd rather just go to the thrift store. I don't want to buy new ones because I can't afford new ones. I'm so far in debt, like it's, yeah. But thankfully now my tire payment is done. And my insurance is going to go down. My hydro rate, of course, has gone up. It's doubled. So, and it doesn't help because I've had to keep Susie plugged in. Like both her block heater and the trickle charger. And the block heaters take a lot of power. But yeah, so I may just take her off the block heater and leave the trickle charger plugged in, and because otherwise the battery, Suzuki's terrible for batteries. I have no idea why, but yeah, I don't know. So, but yeah, so otherwise it's been some unpacking. I'm slowly getting settled. I'm, finding my way. And that, so it's really nice. So I've seen quite a few pictures now of everyone working on their European town, and it's looking just fabulous. I have a lot of catching up to do, but I am going to be working here on European Town when Laura from Stitching with Laura works on hers. And she's supposed to be starting on Saturday. Now, I don't know. She may change her day. I don't know. My day is normally on Tuesdays, but as you can see, it's Thursday today. But I did do a video on Tuesday. It just didn't. Yeah. Hopefully that's the end of my technical issues. My signal is very strong, which I'm happy about. I don't know how long it's going to take to upload. That's my only problem, because I'm at about between a 3 and a 4. So it's my download speed is at about 25, 26, but upload speed is between 3 and 4, which is not very much. Yeah, not much. So, yeah. But, yeah, so, excuse me. It was just so nice there that I could watch my news last night and watch the weather, and yeah, that I could watch my YouTube, and I feel so out of touch otherwise. So I'm just glad they were able to fix it, because it was really in desperate need to be fixed. Now, they're not sure how that happened. It could have been that they were trying to yank it back and forth through the wall, which I don't do. But now it's basically everything is new, so everything should work. So if you really like my channel, please give me a thumbs up. If you're just passing through and you like what you see, please consider subscribing. If you really like what you see, please tell your friends about me, because the more the merrier. And there is a dedicated Facebook group, Stitching in the Interlake. And the Interlake is a region in Manitoba that is between the lakes, Lake Winnipeg and Lake Manitoba. Okay? And so for the longest time, I was living down in Oakville, well, for 4 years. And then I started up my channel, and I thought, well, what am I going to call it, right? So then I thought, well, sorry, my knee. So then I thought, well, I knew last year that I was going to move up here, and it's taken a year, but so I thought, well, Stitching in the Interlake sounds like a really good name. So that's why it's called that. So again, I thank you so very much for sticking with me. Hello, Eleanor, down there in Oakville. She's a lady who came and cleaned for me. She did a wonderful job, and I gave her a beautiful cross stitch of the books of the Bible. And yeah, so things are coming along here. It's slow, right? I don't work at a fast pace. I can't. I don't like all that, if there's too much motion and that. So, anyway, this is as far as I've got done. Okay, right there. And that's the grass. Okay. So at some time later, I'll just continue working. Otherwise, I'm working on Father Christmas. So I will continue working on him. And I really need to, I have to get a pillowcase to put my European town in and get it tucked away. And so please post pictures of your European town. And if you're not working on European town with this stitch along, then please post whatever it is that you are working on, because I'd be very interested in finding out what you're doing. And that. And once I get the craft room set up, then I may do a little bit of diamond painting, because I would like to do some more on that. So, but right now it's just a matter of taking my time to get settled and finding my way and that. So the beauty about being in town here, well, I'm not very far away from town. Like I said, only a kilometer from here to the hospital, which is nothing. And it's only maybe, I don't know, 600, 700 meters here to get down to Railway Avenue, which is the main drag. And so then it's nice that I can get my meds delivered. And it's not like they have to go very far anyways. And yeah, it's takes a little bit of getting used to. But I think we all can attest to that, right? So, on that note, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. So, from Miss Twinkle Toes herself, Miss Lilybell, and Jonah Sir Whine-A-Lot, who's being a pain in the backside today. He wants out, then he wants in. Then he wants out, then he wants in. Ugh. So, anyways, from us here in Eriksdale, Manitoba, I will say toodle-oodles, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Bye.